Hi there, welcome to part 3 of the video series on finding your first job and going through the first few weeks of that job. In parts 1 and parts 2 we went through some universal laws and practical tips as to what it is that you can do during those first few weeks in terms of thinking love towards yourself and others, speaking love as well as doing love. And this part is all about us looking for some guidance and messages from the spirit world, angels and archangels, as to what it is that we can do in order to practice more love and any other universal laws that might actually come to play, given this wonderful topic that we're discussing today. Now, part 1 and 2, I have consciously found the card of soulful appreciation, because we talked a lot about the power of gratitude. It's one of the universal laws that I believe in, is the power of gratitude and showing thanks for what it is that you have. And in this particular scenario and context, it's all about you actually having a job that allows you and enables you to have those new experiences, be that new people that you are meeting, customer service skills you're developing, as an example, learning new trade, or just earning money even, perhaps earning your first few pennies and having to pay perhaps tax for that, and going through that process. Now, I just want to pluck out, a couple more cards, and look, I really truly hope that the first 2 parts of this video series have inspired you to actually practice more love on a regular basis towards yourself and towards others. Please do comment down below with emoji number 1 or a job related figure if you've just got a job. And likewise, if you've got any other practical tips and suggestions for people who are just starting out on their first job, because you've been in that boat yourself and you've got something really awesome to share, please comment down below, because I'm sure the community of the people who have just started their job will definitely appreciate some guidance and tips and advice from others who have been in a particular situation that they're finding themselves in. So here we go. Let's see if there's any messages come through from spirits and the energy world, and let's have a look if there's anything that pops up. Oh, there's a couple that have fallen through. Here we go. We've got prosperity, up from the depths, and the wisdom of the muggy. Now, instantly what comes to mind with the prosperity. Alright, so we've got this wonderful path towards a castle, and the truth is, with your first job in those first few weeks, you're right at the beginning of this path, right? The castle feels distance away. There's a path, but you can still see the castle. And the first message that comes through is that, hey, the fact that you've got a job, you have begun the journey towards your castle, whatever that might be in your life, representation of an actual home. You might be able to use the pennies, use the money that you are earning in order to purchase your first home, as an example. It might be a sense of career, so a castle is something magnificent and amazing. It might be a particular goal that you're striving for in career or otherwise. You might be you will be learning new experiences, and through doing your jobs, through various tasks, meeting new people, right? That will get you ultimately to the place that you're heading, whatever the castle might represent in your life. And guess what? With the fact you've got your job, you've started that path. You're on that path. And that's now a matter of hopefully practicing love through the tips we've discussed, in order to help you through the journey of doing your job and doing it well, in order to keep walking that path and being on that path towards your castle. And what's written here is abundance and success, right? Because that's the truth. Any kind of job, employment, contracting job, whatever earns you money, has a lot of great benefits to you, from a material wealth perspective, and all this other goodies that come with having a new experience in your life. So that's the message coming up. Look at this one as well. We've got up from the depths, number 6, and you can see what appears to be a female figure walking up the staircase. And where's she at? She's right at the beginning, right? I mean, you can't make this stuff up in terms of these messages in the context of what we're discussing, right? Literally got a lady walking up the stairs. She's right at the beginning, and it says up from the depth, and she's walking towards the light. You see the light shining through. Hopefully you can see that towards her. Similar message, right? Here's your confirmation. We've got 2 cards. Very similar messages, right? You start at the bottom step. You have to start somewhere, right? That's the truth. You gotta start somewhere. And you start on the first step and you make your way up. You make your way up towards your light, towards that ball of happiness, towards that ball of abundance, whatever it might be. Releasing the difficulty, that's the message at the bottom here. Releasing the difficulty. And look, I might just read, I'm drawn to read the actual message from the guidebook on this one, because I feel like some of it, oh look, it's just come up literally straight away. So that means, I think that's a confirmation from the beautiful spirits, and thank you for your guidance in order to actually read this out so that some of you might be inspired by it. So here we go. A woman rises from a dark, watery place, heading upstairs that lead to a brilliant, peaceful light. This card foretells a time of great release for you. An all-consuming issue is about to be resolved, or at least it is moving in the right direction. This difficult experience may relate to ongoing hostilities at work, financial problems, or unhappy relationships. Perhaps the depths you're coming out of are profoundly personal. And it's also possible you've been in a deep depression, dealing with chronic anxiety, or lost in an ocean of grief. Whatever the source of sadness or frustration, the light of divine love is shining down, healing the situation. Although there may still be some remaining steps before resolving this problem, rest assured that a bright new beginning is near. And the affirmation is, I determine the direction of my life. I have the power to resolve any problem and live in my true strength and joy. That's a beautiful message, right, for people out there, in the sense that, you may be in this emotional turmoil, depression, anxiety, financial stress and difficulties, not knowing where to head, and the fact that you've scored your first job is that perfect step, and you've taken the right step. And here's your confirmation, right, from this message in this video, that you've taken the right step to take yourself up from the depths of that negativity, those low frequencies. And now you're on your way up, because you will create new opportunities, you will meet new people that will help you go up and up and up the stairs towards the happiness and abundance and the joy that you utterly deserve. And ultimately we've got here number 5, wisdom of the muggy. It's all about mental clarity, and it's a very interesting card. So the muggies, or the group of muggies, are spirit form or energy that you can always address or pray to if you need some kind of wisdom in your life, right? So whatever it is about your first job and the first few weeks, if you're struggling and if you're finding something challenging, or you're simply working on a task and you're not sure what to do next, you know that you're always protected, and everyone is constantly always seeing you at every point in your life, every single second, every single minute, right? But if you don't request for help, it won't come. But if you send out the request, the answer will come in many different ways and forms. So if you're working on a challenging task, or you simply don't know where to go next, feel free to call on the wisdom of the muggy, and the answer will come to you. Pray for it, ask for it, request it in your mind, speak out loud if you wish to, and just notice what happens. Will a person come through and all of a sudden, out of the blue, and give you some advice? Do you have a random pop-up on your phone? Is something coming up, from Google based on the search that you've done, or a random email, or you're hearing some interesting lyrics in the music that you've just heard, and all of a sudden it just makes sense. You have that like aha moment. Whatever it is, trust that the answer will come, and it will, so long as you send the request for help and assistance. So with that in mind, I'm going to wrap up this video series, and just to remind you, if you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe to my channel. I have made a commitment to donate 22% of my income and earnings as the loving soul, aka Viktoriya, to charities and noble causes. So your support of this channel and content would be greatly and deeply appreciated, because together we will multiply the love. And just remember, congratulations again for scoring your first job. Practice more love on a daily basis, and you will succeed, and you will keep rising towards walking the path towards your castle, or rising up the stairs towards your light. You can do this. You've got the strength. Thank you very much for watching. Have a lovely day. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.